Your phone.
I know, I'm sorry. I just realized that, like, one of my jobs, I'm supposed to be getting email alerts when they need me to do work, and they have not. I was like, well, I don't have any email alerts, so I guess they don't need anything from me today. And I looked up, like, my database, and there's, like, 14 requests. And I'm like, great. So I'll be doing that later. So I was emailing them being like, are all of these important, and can you take off the privacy settings so I get alerts so that I know that you need me to do something? Hello, this is the Sword Art Online panel. We are all in Sword Art Online. I almost said Sailor Moon. We also
Both of those are Cristina Vee.
So, should we say who we play in the show?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I am Cherami Leigh, and I voice Asuna.
I'm Cristina Vee, and I voice Alicia.
Such a cute name.
I'm Sheh, and I voice Yui.
Yay!
I'm Amanda Miller, and I voice Yulier, who's only in like one episode. So. I'm here.
When I auditioned for the show, that was one of the characters I auditioned for. I auditioned for Asuna, Yulier, and Elizabeth. Those are the three I auditioned for.
So the story.
Who did you all audition for?
Asuna, Elizabeth, Yulier, this other girl with purple hair.
She obviously didn't.
They all look the same to you, Cristina?
It was the. Well, it's. I know that Natalie Hoover got that role.
Oh.
So her.
You gonna text her?
And
No, I'm gonna look
Yui.
it up on.
I think that's it.
Who did, oh shoot, I'm blanking. Who did Cassandra play?
Lifa.
Yeah.
Yeah. I auditioned for Yui and Lifa.
Yolko? Is that what it is?
Yes, I think so.
Sure, okay.
I auditioned for Yulier and this kid who always yells Lifa's name.
Recon. Recon.
Yeah, I think that was it. I just remember saying, I just know I wasn't Lifa, but I was saying Lifa a lot in the audition.
How caught up are you guys?
All the way.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't have just asked a question to like a couple hundred people.
I think it was last week on Toonami, was that the episode where they like Skyped via the phone, Asuna and Kirito? Because I'm trying to track.
Yeah.
Spoiler!
Why did somebody send me a screen? They did, okay. So I was like, why did somebody send me a screen grab of that and say like, I'm watching this right now? I was like, got it, okay, that's it happening. And they're like, no, that didn't happen yet. I'm like, what? That was a tweet from the future?
That's my character.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
By show of hands, how many of you guys are watching it on Toonami?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so most of you guys. Okay.
I had cable.
Yeah, I don't have cable.
It's on mine.
I wanted an online streaming service.
That scared me. I just like pulled up my Twitter to see if I could find the tweet, and I looked down and there's a picture of us right now. I was like,
What? Now I'm gonna check my Twitter.
You can find it on me.
it's like a weird universe.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, we're just gonna actually conduct this panel by tweeting at you guys. And don't say anything.
It'll be a live tweet panel. So yeah. Do you guys have any questions about the show? Who are we? Yes.
Well, I've gotten Cherami's story.
Okay.
The one dramatic scene from season 1 that involves your characters, that's Yui. So I want to know what your reaction was to that part.
Oh, it was sad. although it wasn't too sad because I think Kiroi and Alex were like, "Oh, don't worry, you come back." like before I even finished the scene, so it wasn't like I couldn't, like, I was like, oh, okay, you know what I mean?
Like,
Spoil it for you.
Yeah, it was like, oh, thank you, oh no, but you're different. You know, I'm like, huh, it's very, they always like throw out like these quick things, and I don't know what's, you know, I haven't seen all of it, so I don't know what to be like, oh, that's a da-da-da, da-da-da-da. I'm like, what? I get confused.
and then they go beep beep, and you're like, okay, yes, it's gone.
Yeah.
Record mark, great.
So, yeah, no, it was sad. I thought it was beautiful and it was sad. But I really liked that scene because, to be honest, the whole girl in the woods and the mommy daddy stuff was really strange to me. It was really strange. And so I liked it much better when they explained what she was and that storyline made more sense.
It was really weird, and Bryce and I like joked about that, but we're like, they get married, they spend like one night in a cabin, and then a kid shows up. And they're like, that's not how that goes.
Don't even go there.
Scared straight.
Aren't they like really young? Maybe Asuna's very fertile. I don't know.
I don't think that makes a kid like who's like 4 or 5.
Oh.
I don't know though, because okay, my friend who has a daughter who's like 6 or 7 now, but at the time her daughter was only like 1 or 2, and she got pregnant in her 30s, and she started watching. It was like, what's the pregnant?
Teen Mom?
Teen Mom, right? So she's watching Teen Mom, and she calls me up and she's like, I don't understand. She was like, when I was pregnant, I had to take all these vitamins, I couldn't eat this, I couldn't do this, I couldn't, and these 16-year-olds are like, they don't even care, they don't even want the kid, boop, and they're pregnant. She was like, what the heck?
Like illegally drinking.
Yeah, they're like, and they're totally pregnant.
So I haven't seen all of Sword Art yet, but from what I gather, it's like a similar situation like Sailor Moon, where it's like you're from the future. Or no. I've only seen. I'm gonna be honest. I've only seen my episode.
All right, who wants to? I think we should get the audience to help explain the story.
Yes, please explain.
Wait, but should we put a limit of how many words?
Matrix is
You can do it in interpretive.
It's Matrix and Tron.
Like the best, who has the best log line? Do you guys know what a log line is?
Just like the best one sentence.
It's like, it's kind of like when you write a movie script and you meet with the movie studios and you get to pitch it, right? It's like, yeah, it's like your elevator. You only get like 3 sentences to explain
Or
what it's about.
or they also want you to say like, this is like so and so meets so.
Yeah, it's like Modern Family meets Mad Men, but they're all on a cruise ship, you know, or something like that.
Which is why people go, why are there no original content? I'm like, because a pitch is only driven by, here are 2 things that you know.
Yeah.
Put them together.
So who would like to pitch?
I got it.
Okay, you got it?
So it's like World of Warcraft meets Tenchi Muyo.
I think
Is that pretty good?
Is it basically just like? People getting mad at me if I say it's just like .hack.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll get mad at me, or that's accurate?
I got it.
Is that good?
I have a pretty good description of Yui, I think. Yui? Yeah.
You die in real life.
Okay. Wait, since they made a baby in the game, did they make a baby in real life?
No, they didn't. No, because I'm not a baby.
No. She's a child.
I'm not an infant. It's like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
a child.
She's an artificial intelligence.
Like I can
She
walk
just showed up.
and talk. And I just showed up and started calling them mommy and daddy. It's kind of like in Les Mis when like Cosette is like wandering in the woods and like John Paul. Okay, this is totally a random reference, but that's what I think of when it's like a little girl wandering in the woods. But yeah, no, she just like walks out of the woods and then
Like, yeah, what's up?
mommy and daddy, and I have no memory. Yeah.
Well, it's like a weird, like, I don't know, I was watching it with somebody, and they're like, they've got some serious manifestation powers, because some of it's like secret, like, they just like drew a child to them. And she, like,
If you think it.
If you think it, she will come.
Yeah.
Like,
They're like, oh, it'd be nice.
Hey now.
It's like, no.
Ew, Christina. Ew.
Field of dreams. But no, it's like, that's Crazy.
Okay, so Amanda still doesn't know. I'm actually, wait, you guys have all watched the first season, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's not rules, but I am actually like, kind of like an AI in the game.
Yeah.
But like parts of my data stuff has been screwed with.
The game is
He
messed
decided
up.
it didn't need her.
You're not
Yeah.
supposed to be able to die in the game.
Yeah.
Or, well, like you
controls
can die in
what
the game,
goes
but
on
it's not
in the
supposed to
game,
kill
but
you in real life.
Kind of watches what happens.
Yeah, like
doesn't really get involved with anything.
Right, so I watch what happens, I don't get involved, but then somebody screwed with the game, so it's basically screwed with my brain, and then, but then by the end of the first season, you realize that that's who she is and what she was supposed to do, and then she like sacrifices herself.
That's the episode I saw, right? I just know whatever I saw was real sad, and I'm like, man.
Oh, it's probably that.
Okay.
That simple.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little out of it because I'm a little sick, so I'm not always this clueless.
So free hugs! Yeah! Glomp!
I'll cough on you for $5.
Oh, wow.
So, Cherami,
Yes.
what's up? Do you just want to open
Yeah.
the floor to questions?
For sure. Anyone else? Yes.
I want to know how Cristina would play Asuna.
What?
I want to know how to voice her.
Oh, I don't know about that, man. I think Cherami's the perfect Asuna, and I wouldn't wanna.
That's very
Yeah, I am sweet.
You are.
How was I planning how to do? I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. It was probably sounded like Neo. I don't know. I don't know. Sounds like me.
Neo.
Neo. Taking out the house today.
Yes.
Do you all have lines that you liked from the series the most? Do you have a favorite line or saying or something?
I have a favorite line from the trailer.
Ooh.
Because when the show came out, Bryce and I went to Anime Boston to promote it, and we had like a huge autograph signing where we were like signing for like 3 hours, and they played the trailer on loop. So Bryce and I memorized the trailer, and they had told us like, you guys need to get through all of these people that have tickets. Don't talk, just smile and sign.
Wait, can you recite the whole trailer? Do you
I
still
don't know if
remember?
I can recite the whole trailer, but I can remember like there are a couple parts like Bryce and I were reenacting it with each other, and then we would do the opposite part, and then I would have loved to somebody record us for about 10 minutes doing like all of our loops. But like one of the lines was, "Even if a monster beats me and I die, I won't lose to this world." And then it gets into the Kirito, Asuna, like back and forth. We would do it in opposite voices, which is what I just did. We were doing that, like screaming names and all that. And then I think Klein had a line, or I don't know. There were a bunch of like we did that, and that was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. But that's what we did the whole time. So I really enjoyed reciting the trailer with Bryce. Completely useless information. They said like, don't talk to anybody because you have to get through this line. Just smile and sign and be nice. And people would be like, can we just hear the line? And we're like, yeah, hold on, wait for it. And then we would
That's cool. I don't have any. I'm really bad at, it's like, I just don't have memory. Like
I feel like that's when you
I'm
cold
really
read
bad.
it, you remember it to get through the scene, and then you kind of forget that exact line.
I feel like a lot of my friends who are actors like totally remember. They're like, oh, my favorite line from this is this, and my favorite. And like I used to do like when I was doing theater and I would do like Shakespeare plays and stuff like that, and then they would still remember their lines like 2 years later. Like as soon as the last closing night, it's like out of my brain. I don't remember it at all. So I'm bad with lines.
I have to like work to remember stuff. I also forget like stories. Like I told them yesterday. I forget titles, things that I work on. I forget stories, and I'll commit to memory of like when somebody asks you this question in a panel, this is the answer. And then once I get to the panel, I'm like, oh, I had an answer for this. I forgot.
So rough. This is totally not related. my my friends were getting married, and it was a secret because like she was Japanese and he was not, and they were so scandalous. No, it's not scandalous. The only reason it was scandalous is she wasn't a citizen, right? So, but they were not getting married for a green card. It just happened that she wasn't. So they were gonna get married anyway, but they needed to expedite that, so they needed to go to the Justice of the Peace and get their paperwork and get married legally before they were actually really ready to get married, because they were already engaged. But they didn't feel comfortable telling their friends that they were, getting married and stuff, because they didn't know if they were ready in that place in their relationship. So, but you need a witness, if you guys haven't done that. You need a witness to sign and do that. So they brought our friend, Sean Mason, who is a total pothead, and they brought him in the hopes that he would forget. And then, so I go to the wedding. This is many years ago, but we're all at the wedding and blah blah blah, dancing, blah, at the reception, and Nate and Yuki are like, actually, we were already married legally, and we're like, yeah, you have to get the certificate. We're like, no, we've been like married for like a year and a half already legally, and they were like, what? Wait, why did you, and then he explains that they weren't quite ready to tell their friends all this stuff, and they're like, yeah, we had to get a witness, so we had Sean come with us, and Sean's standing right there, and he's standing there, and he goes, oh yeah, totally forgot. Totally.
Is he one of those people that you can tell him anything and he'll go, yeah, that happened. You're like, no, I didn't. I just made that up.
No, he wouldn't. He's not dumb. He just smokes a lot of pot, so he forgets.
There are people that I know that they make some really interesting choices with the things that they consume. And so like when we've gotten to the point that we'll tell them like 2 truths and a lie and see if they can tell the difference, and they can't. They just and I've said like, I think your brain is really fried, and he goes, you know what? I think you're right. Like, totally honest about it. It's a really fun game though. Like, do you remember that one time when we went to Hawaii? And he goes, we did do that. There were dolphins. I'm like, I have never been to Hawaii. And he goes, how did I get there? You didn't. But you just told me we did. No. So then he'll always go, you guys did it to me again, didn't you? Yes. Yeah. I know, right? The other questions? They don't have to be sort out really. Yes, Asuna.
Do you guys have like a favorite costume, like that each season? Like you've been in different games, so which one do you like the most if you've seen them?
I feel like I'm always wearing the same thing, which is like a moo-moo.
I think this is so lame that this is my answer, but I got really excited about it when she wears normal clothes and they're still in her color coordinated ensemble. I really love that because I see her in her like battle gear all the time. But when I see her in her normal clothes, I'm like, this is like Asuna going to school. I love this.
That was always one of my favorite parts about Power Rangers was the color coordination.
That makes me so excited because I'm like,
they had a whole closet full, like everybody, like it was different clothes, but it was always like Pink Ranger wore pink, like you didn't mess it up, like don't get it twisted.
Maybe that's why I like that, is because I love the Power Rangers and I like wanted to be the Pink Ranger.
What's your color?
Pink Ranger.
I feel like all the girls wanted to be pink. I was a Pink Ranger, I was the oldest sister, so I was obviously pink, and then my sister wasn't even yellow, because my friend Cassie was yellow, so she didn't get to even be a girl. Like whenever we played, my sister had to be the Black Ranger.
Now, that's Johnny.
That's Johnny in this, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Johnny was like black and green. No, just black.
I don't know. He was black.
Yeah, he was black and green.
He was green and Zeo.
And Amy Jo Johnson, the Pink Ranger, is on Flashpoint.
Yeah.
She's in syndication.
That's exciting.
And, like, weird full circle of events, the original, or I guess, I don't know if she was the original, because there were so many different voices, but Stephanie, who played Sailor Venus in the Canadian dub, she is like one of the executive producers of Flashpoint in Canada. So that's like Power Rangers, Sailor Moon, live. I know, I got really excited about that.
I'm really
Like,
excited.
you're like sort of 2 degrees from Amy Jo Johnson, which since I am also playing your character, that makes me like 2
You're
degrees
basically
from
the
Amy Jo
Pink
Johnson because we're the same cartoon person. I don't know, it was a weird moment for me.
Okay, I just thought of something right now. I've been racking my brain as to, because I think there must be a formula to come up with different worlds in sword art. And I think you can take the first 3 letters of your favorite animal and then add it to the last 3 letters of your last name, and then you add Heim.
Okay,
And
I was
what?
like trying to write this
Heim.
down to track it. What did you say again?
The first 3 letters of your favorite animal,
Okay.
and then the last 3 letters of your last name, and then add Heim.
Cor Ella
So
Kine.
Christina, you go first.
Cor Ella Kine.
Ooh, I like
That sounds right. Wouldn't that is totally a world.
Wait, so what's your
Corgi.
Morgie?
Valenzuela. And then I don't know what kind is.
No, they all end in Heim.
Oh, they do end with kind. Oh.
Like, I don't remember. She's like, I just got off a plane. What do you want from me? Okay, now I have to figure out which name I pick. Do I pick like my married name or my last name?
Well, let's do one and we'll see which sounds better. They can vote.
Okay, so Monkeenheim is one, or
Wait, what was the last name?
Keen.
Oh, Keen.
So it's like really one syllable, so it really doesn't matter. And then Monkeenheim, probably my first one.
First one.
Yeah.
I think you did that right. Last 3 letters of your last name?
This is way more complicated.
EHN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have the key and the keen. Or...
Keen. So it's just Ian.
Yeah,
so
just Monheenheim.
Monkeenheim. Okay.
That sounds weird.
I
Mine
guess I try to take the K from both, so it'd be a monkey.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's breaking the rules.
Yeah.
Mine would be Dog Heim.
Mine's not pretty. It's like Horlerheim.
But that's probably the most like
That's the
believable name. That's the best.
So what's your animal?
Horse.
Horse.
I'm not a big animal person, but I like horses. I don't dislike horses.
Not a fan of animals.
It's not that I hate animals. I just am not like, yes, I love them. I'm like, I don't like people that much to begin with.
Anyways, I think you guys should post your sword art world.
Hilarious.
New sword art worlds. Was it confusing?
Weirdest panel ever.
You take the first 3 letters of your favorite animal, you add it to the last 3 letters of your last name, and you add Heim. And
So like those things of like, what's your elf name, or like,
what's your stripper name? What's your sword art online world?
Did you see the one where it was like, what's your Batman name? And like every single one was Batman. Like, this is silly. I didn't even need to take this quiz. And it's one of those things on Facebook that you have to click it. And so once you click it and you like scroll through, you're like, I didn't even need to take the 30 seconds to click this. My Batman name is Batman. You could have just told me that in the comments so I didn't have to click it.
I remember there was one that was like, what was your porn star name? And mine actually was kind of cool. It was like your middle name plus like the first street you grew up on.
Yeah, it's either like your first pet's name, and it's always a street name.
Mine was
oddly enough.
Celine Emmanuel.
You're like a high class
I'm a high
French
class.
porn.
Yeah. Mine's like pay-per-view stuff.
Yeah.
It's not the cheap stuff.
No. your movies had a storyline.
Yeah. There was subtext, usually a pizza guy. Also, I appreciate you guys. Like, I've been eating bacon this whole time. I feel really rude, but then I'm also like, nobody's calling me.
My elf name is Luthien Numinasa.
So you found the thing. Wait, you could do a Hobbit name?
Mine's just gonna be like Cherami. You are a Hobbit. You don't need to change who you are. Wait, so how do you just put in your name? This is the weirdest thing ever. I'm really terrified.
Here, I'm gonna do it for you.
Stephanie is actually really good with technology, and she was showing us the other day, like her phone. Like,
Me? Oh, God.
we were driving down in the car, and she was showing us like how you would have Siri like read your your text messages to you, and it's like, what were some like? There's like heart face.
Oh yeah. Somebody like so we carpooled to go to the airport, and we're all very busy. They met at my place. We dropped the stuff, and I was like, okay, and at the same time, I had to like, respond to people and make phone calls as I was like fighting traffic on the 405 trying to get to LAX. And it was so trafficy, we weren't gonna make it. So they were like, they were both on Waze, and I was on the Apple Maps. And
what amazes me is we all got different routes.
Yeah, we all got different routes. And then they would be like fighting, and then my lady would be like, turn left on.
Stephanie's just always trying to get us on the freeway.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I don't want to get on the freeway. It's not moving.
And I was like, Amanda, what is yours? What does yours say? But anyways, as we're doing this, I'm also like trying to respond to people for work stuff and coordinate stuff. And so then I'd be like, they'd be sitting in my car, and I was on speaker. I'm like, "Hi, I'm speaker. Just so you know, you're in the car with blah blah blah," because I don't like it when someone puts you on speaker, and yeah. And so they're like, "Okay," and I'm like talking about stuff, and then afterwards, I'm like, and then just thinking, I'm like, "Text so and so," and then
my favorite was checking the text messages.
And then afterwards, after I texted everyone I need to, I was hearing pings as I'm sending text messages. And this is all verbal, so I'm not on my phone while I'm driving because it's illegal, right? So I'm just speaking to it. And then I could hear the ping, so I know people are responding, but I can't touch my phone and check it because that's illegal and dangerous, right? So then I would just say, Siri, check my messages, and they'd be like, you have however many new messages. And then one of them was red heart.
No, it started out, it was like, this message is from Christine Cavanos.
Oh yeah, it was Christine.
Good.
And it's creepy because she laughs. Like when you type haha, she doesn't just go haha. She's like, but then she goes back to a robot voice.
Yeah, it was so funny.
And then the best was she had sent me a text message because we were supposed to meet at my place at between 4 and 4, like around 4ish, but I said between 4 and 4:30 is okay. And she'd sent me a message, and it came up on my phone, so I never actually read it. I didn't hit it, so it showed unread. And then it was like next message from Amanda Miller, and she's like, oh yay. And it goes, oh, what is it? I'm running late. I won't be there until 4:20. I am a butt.
Like just to hear Siri be like, sorry, I am a butt.
Well, somebody asked me in my last panel, like, if any of the Avengers were going to be Sailor Moon, who would they be? And so we were coming up with that. And so I said Iron Man would be you.
Okay, I can see that.
And then I was like, I think Jupiter would be the Hulk because Amanda just took the 2 suitcases.
Oh yeah.
Like, and done.
Yeah.
Cherami's suitcase is as big as she is.
Yes.
And we're trying to get them off the bus.
Yeah.
But like before anyone said anything,
I would probably be Thor with my hammer. Like, no one else can lift it, but I'm like, oh, okay.
Like, you over here.
You grabbed her suitcase and your suitcase and some other bag and like one swoop.
One swoop, and she's like steps off. She's like, are we good? And it's like, Amanda. You should have grabbed Stephanie's though, because Stephanie's suitcase, as we make a turn out of the parking lot to get to the airport,
in the shuttle.
Stephanie's little Hello Kitty suitcase just like slams into the doors in the shuttle, and we were all like, ah!
It almost like pushed it open as the shuttle bus driver is driving. All the other passengers like, ah! They like ran and they grabbed me.
It literally looked like it was trying to escape. Yeah, it's like Hello Kitty was like, I don't want to go to Chicago today. Oh man.
Anyway.
So now that we like totally segued away from
Yeah, sorry.